Hi everyone. As a part of my UK student visa series, today I'm going to talk about dependent visa. A UK student visa may allow eligible dependents to join an international student in the UK. Eligible dependents include a husband, wife, or a civil partner, an unmarried partner subject to relationship requirements, and children under the age of 18. To be eligible to bring dependents, the students must normally be studying one of the following: a government-sponsored course lasting 6 months or longer, a master's degree by research lasting at least 9 months, a PhD or another doctoral qualification. Please note that funding from a private company, employer, charity, university, or other non-government organization does not normally count as government sponsorship. You cannot bring dependents if you are studying a full-time course lasting less than 6 months, even if it is government-sponsored. In addition, most taught master's programs, such as an MA, MSc, or MBA, do not qualify for dependent visas. However, your family may still be able to come to the UK under another immigration route, such as a visitor visa for short stays, or their own work or study visa if eligible. Please also watch my other presentations covering required documents, fees, and the step-by-step application process, as much of that information is also relevant to dependents. Now let's look at the financial requirements. For courses in London, you must show maintenance funds of £845 per month for each dependent, capped at 9 months. This means a maximum of £7,605 per dependent. For courses outside London, you must show £680 per month for each dependent, also capped at 9 months. This means a maximum of £6,120 per dependent. The 28-day rule applies here as well. The required funds must remain in your account for at least 28 consecutive days before you submit your visa application. For courses in London, the required maintenance funds are £7,605 for one dependent, £15,210 for two dependents, and £22,815 for three dependents. For courses outside London, the maintenance funds are £6,120 for one dependent, £12,240 for two dependents, and £18,360 for three dependents. These amounts are in addition to the student's own maintenance requirement of £13,761 for courses in London and £10,539 for courses outside London. If the student and their dependent or dependents apply at the same time, you will need to show the maintenance funds for everyone included in the applications. This excludes the visa fee and immigration health surcharge, which I will talk about in a bit. If the dependent or dependents apply later, they only need to demonstrate their own maintenance funds. There is also an immigration health surcharge of £776 per year for each dependent, as well as a visa application fee of £558 per dependent. Let's now look at the total estimated cost for a one-year course in London, including maintenance funds, visa fees, and immigration health surcharge. For a student plus one dependent, it is over £24,000. For a student plus two dependents, it is around £33,000. And for a student plus three dependents, it is about £42,000. Remember that tuition fees are not included in these figures. International tuition fee must be paid in addition to these costs. For courses outside London, a student plus one dependent needs about £19,300. A student plus two dependents need around £26,780, and a student plus three dependents need about £34,200. To prove your finances, you will usually need bank statements or, if applicable, an official letter from your scholarship sponsor. However, if you are applying from within the UK and have already lived in the UK for at least 12 months with valid immigration permissions, you may not need to provide financial evidence. To apply, visit the official application website. I will place the link in the description. A separate application must be completed for each dependent. As a part of the application, dependents will need the student's global web form number or unique application number, which is issued when the student submits their visa application. Dependents also need to provide supporting documents, attend identity checks, and complete biometric enrollment where required. If a dependent visa is granted and there are no specific restrictions attached to the visa, dependents are generally permitted to work in the UK. The dependents can work in full-time or part-time jobs, be self-employed or run a business, set up a limited company in the UK and be a director, study, or do voluntary work. However, remember that a dependent's visa will normally expire at the same time as the student's visa. So this is important to consider when making long-term employment or business plans in the UK. I also recommend watching my presentation on visa approval tips, as many of those recommendations apply to dependent visa applications as well. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next session.